My name is Kotaro Shiojiri, and I am honored to be here with Ambassador Takio Yamada, who is the former ambassador of Japan to Vietnam and the inaugural executive director of the Center for Global Outreach here at Japan Institute of International Affairs. Ambassador Yamada, I understand the background of the center's establishment is the changing international world. Japan has been described as the bridge often. For example, bridge between Asia and the world, bridge between innovation and tradition. The role of Japan as being a bridge is being more and more important. How would you describe that, and is that the background of the establishment?
Well, thank you very much. As you mentioned, that we are now in the midst of the fundamental transformation of the regional and global order. As we have witnessed, there has been a lot of conflict erupting in the world here and there. And the new policy trend of the US administration is also impacting the regional and global affairs. And the rise of the countries called the Global South is also new phenomena and injecting a lot of energy, but also providing a lot of challenges to us. Likewise, the progress of the technological innovation. This is good, but at the same time, providing a lot of challenges. Under these circumstances, as I said, that we are in the midst of the fundamental transformation of the global and regional order. And with this recognition in mind, the Japan Institute of International Affairs have decided to establish a Center for Global Outreach. And we are trying to connect the divides now taking place in the world, as historically Japan has played a role of a bridge to connect Asia and the world, a bridge to connect the tradition and innovation in technology. And this is a time that Japan should stand up, and actually there are a lot of voices, requests coming to us within Japan and outside Japan, that Japan should engage in active global outreach. And this is actually the recognition behind the decision to establish the center now.
Understood, thank you very much. Could you elaborate more on the image or the overview of the center?
In short, we're trying to make it an hub to connect Japan and the world, hub to promote the exchanges of the people and ideas, and hub to create new proposals and new policy.
Very good. Could you share the timeline of the center? When is it going to be established?
Well, actually, the 1st of October 2025 is a day one for us. We'll announce the establishment of the center. And this is the start of the programs, the beginning of the exchanges, and the commencement of the role of the hub.
Very exciting. Could you share some of the milestone events that you're going to have?
Yes, we are organizing a major event, a major symposium to commemorate the establishment of the center on 17th November in Tokyo, inviting a number of top experts from the world and from Japan. And we expect that a lot of very in-depth and energetic discussion will be made in the 3 sessions on all very relevant subjects to the current situation of the world.
Very exciting, looking forward to it. Could you elaborate more on the missions of the center and some of the activities that you're going to do?
I think that there are 3 or 4 pillars of the role of the center. First, as I mentioned, that just like the major symposium, we are trying to organize an opportunities for the world opinion leaders, for youngsters as well, to express their views, exchange of their opinions, and propose the ideas in Tokyo, basically, but also in the rest of the world. And we will actively promote providing opportunities for the exchange of the ideas and the people. And number two, we are trying to dispatch the top experts and the best youngsters from Japan to the world. And Japan was supposed to be and has a sort of image that we are a little bit inward looking. But this is a time that Japan should outreach. And to do that, we are trying to dispatch the best talent of Japan to the world. And number three, as you mentioned, the youngsters are very important. And so we wish to nurture the capacity of Japanese young opinion leaders who have a talent to engage in the world affairs. And then maybe number four, this is a time of the innovation and digital transformation. So we wish to exploit the digital measures, SNS and so on, more effectively in order to make our center very open to the world.
It's a very comprehensive, it's a very ambitious plan, I think. One of the things that you mentioned is the focus on the younger generation. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, in the role of younger generation is very important because obviously the future belongs to them. And in particular, due to the rapid progress of the transformation and due to the emergence of new challenges like digitalization, global warming and climate change and so on, actually the role and the responsibility of the younger generation is even bigger than the previous generations. And that's why for the future of the world and of Japan, the role of the youngsters, younger generation is very important. That's why we put stress on the importance in nurturing the capacity of younger generations.
Wonderful. This center is being established in Japan and also here at the Japan Institute of International Affairs. Could you explain the background of why Japan, why here at JIIA?
As we have discussed already, Japan has played a role of bridge to connect Asia and the world, tradition and technological innovation. And now there are many divides in the world. So Japan once again needs to play a role of a bridge to connect all those divides. And to do so, we have to exploit and deploy the all Japan capacity. And our institute, Japan Institute of International Affairs, has a long history. As it's established in 1959, and we have a very intensive and extensive connection with the government, industry, and academia. And so by using all those resources we have decided to establish a center as a hub to connect all those players and to connect Japan with the world.
Understood. Thank you very much. As a young professional or a student, how can I get involved in the activities?
Well, we are very open, and this is one of the foremost purposes of establishing the center. And so we will provide opportunity for you, maybe to contribute in writing, or maybe participate in meetings and conferences, or if you wish to just follow what's going on. We're trying to be open by outstreaming the conferences online, and so we should try to be a venue for open invitation, a venue open to everybody.
Thank you. We look forward to the active engagements of the center. But how is it different from already existing think tanks or the centers? Could you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, of course, the Japan Institute of International Affairs have done a lot of outreach globally and regionally. But fundamental difference is we are trying to make our institute more open and easy to access, for everybody by utilizing the SNS and so on, and by organizing a very open opportunities, seminars, symposium, and so on. And that's a big difference between the previous approach and the approach of the center.
And this is the final question, but what do you want the center to accomplish in the future?
As we discussed that we are in the midst of the fundamental transformation of the global and regional order. And there are many divides taking place here and there in the world. And Japan, as a country which has historically played a role of a bridge connecting Asia and the world, a bridge connecting the tradition and the technological innovation. We should play a role to bridge the divides now taking place in the world. And this is a purpose, fundamental purpose of the Service Central Center. I hope that the center will play a role of a bridge by organizing opportunities for many people, including youngsters, both in Japan and the world. And the center will play the role of a hub to provide opportunities for discussions, dialogue, exchanges of people, and hub which create new ideas. But not just creating new ideas, but also bringing the ideas into reality, bringing the policy, the proposal to a policy. And we hope that center can deliver tangible and concrete outcome for the sake of bridging the gaps taking place.
Thank you very much. Today we heard from Ambassador Takio Yamada, a former ambassador of Japan to Vietnam and the inaugural executive director of the Center for Global Outreach. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Thank you very much indeed.